there.
To this very important report from the Accounts Committee.
Microphone.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa Speaker, for giving me this opportunity so that I can also contribute to this very important motion. Before I begin, I would like to thank the government of Kenya and EALA members from Kenya for a very warm welcome here in Kenya. Mheshimiwa Speaker, I wish to declare that I'm a member of Accounts Committee, and I fully support this report. Mheshimiwa Speaker, what we are debating today is too important and very critical, not only for the proper management of the East African community, but also to the organs and institutions under the umbrella of the East African community. Mheshimiwa Speaker, the Audit and Risk Committee has done a very commendable job in setting out its findings, which more or less are similar to the findings and recommendations of the Accounts Committee. Mheshimiwa Speaker, conclusive actions must be taken by the Council of Ministers so that we put to an end to these ugly situations in the organs and institutions of our community. Mheshimiwa Speaker, the basis of my concern touches on two areas. What will the development partners think about how their money is being used? When they read these reports, what impression will they get about their funds they put in the East African community? Mheshimiwa Speaker, 16 years on, since the re-establishment of the East African community, what impressions are we giving to East Africans? Are we delivering the objectives that we had promised when the East African community was being re-established? Are we giving East Africans value for their money and trust? East Africans are expecting positive results in terms of development, integration effects, and overall better services out of money that is being invested. We owe an explanation to 165 million East Africans, and this, Mheshimiwa Speaker, is a tall order. Mheshimiwa Speaker, when we read these reports, it looks like we have all been taken for a ride. How long must this go on? Can we show some seriousness in taking actions? Is this too much to ask from the Council of Ministers? Mheshimiwa Speaker, when I read the report of the Audit and Risk Committee to the Council of Ministers, it is very noticeable that there is a recurrent pattern of malpractices of the community money from the year 2013, 2014, and 2015. Mheshimiwa Speaker, Even when recommendations are made to improve the situation, no action is done for the implementation. For example, in the year 2015, according to the Audit and Risk Committee report, which was availed to us, the Accounts Committee, only 1 out of 17 recommendations has been implemented. What is the problem with the Council of Ministers? The Council of Ministers, Mheshimiwa Speaker, they get these reports from the Audit Commission, they get these reports from the Risk and Audit Committee, and also they get reports from this assembly through the Accounts Committee. I am repeating my question. What is the problem with the Council of Ministers? What is making them not to take action? This is very sad. Out of 17 recommendations, only 1 has been implemented. Mheshimiwa Speaker, for Council of Ministers not taking appropriate action is a letdown to everybody. The governments of East African Community, donors, East Africans, this assembly, and all the stakeholders. This is a big letdown. Mheshimiwa Speaker, finally, in order to move forward, I urge the Council of Ministers to hold an extraordinary meeting with the Committee of Audit and Risk so that they talk at length and to see how to solve these problems, because it is so embarrassing. Every day in this assembly, we are talking about the same very things and nothing is being done about it. I fully support the report and I beg to submit.